Alright, so we are back at the next part of the show, and now we're gonna start doing the exercise number 4 on page number 87 to practice what we have learned before. Alright, so now let's read its instruction, and it is an easy exercise for us to do. Alright, it is just a quick exercise. Don't be freaked out because it is not hard. Complete the sentences with the third conditional form of these verbs in the brackets. Alright, so now let's start doing it. And remember the structure of the third conditional. It is if plus past perfect, then a comma, or if they would not be a comma right between them, put the main clause before the if clause. And the main clause, don't forget, it is would have plus past participle. Past participle, verb 3 or verb ed. Remember that. Alright, so now let's start doing it. Number 1 of the exercise number 4. If you blah 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 the alarm clock, you blah 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 late for school. Alright, so let's form it. They gave us the word set and not be. So past perfect. If you had set the alarm clock, you wouldn't have been late for school. So wouldn't have been and had set and wouldn't have been. Alright. Number 2. If I blah 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 know, if I blah blah blah, it was her birthday today, I blah 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 her a card. They gave us the word if, know, and send. So if past perfect, main clause, past would have plus past participle. So if I had known it was her birthday today, I would have sent her a card. Alright. Had known. And the second part would have sent. Third perch. Or let's say third perch. If I blah 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 the phone ring, I blah 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 it. They gave us the word hear and answer. So remember, past perfect would have plus verb 3 or ed. So if I had heard the phone ring, I would have answered it. Had heard, would have answered it. Alright. Next part. Number 4. If you blah 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 all your pocket money, you blah 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 borrow money from me. So if you hadn't wasted all your pocket money, you wouldn't. Alright, this is hard. You wouldn't have had to borrow money from me. Alright, so you wouldn't have had to borrow money from me. Alright, have. Remember, wouldn't have plus verb 3 or verb ed plus past participle, or they may also say. So had wasted. And would have had to. The sentences, the blanks getting longer from number 4. Number 5. This coat cheaper blah blah cheaper if I blah 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 it in the sale. Alright, they gave us the verb be and the verb buy. Alright, this coat had been cheaper if. Alright, so because sorry about that, because it is the main clause before the if clause, so don't get it wrong, because this coat would have been cheaper if I had bought it in the sale. Alright, would have been cheaper. Would have been cheaper if I had bought it in the sale. Number 6, Sally blah 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 her exams if she blah 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 properly for them. Alright, so they gave us the word not fail and revise. So because the if clause stands after the main clause, so now let's form it correctly. Sally wouldn't have failed her exams if she had revised properly for them. Alright. Wouldn't have failed if she had revised it properly. Number 7, we blah 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 tennis if the grass blah 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 wet. So they gave us the verb play and not be. Alright, so let's form it one more time correctly. We would have played tennis if the grass hadn't been wet. Alright, hadn't been wet. Would have played. And hadn't been wet. And the last one, number 8. He blah 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 his car if he blah 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 so fast. So there must be a would have plus verb 3 or verb ed, then if had plus verb 3 or verb ed, and it is the past perfect. He wouldn't have crashed his car if he hadn't driven so fast. Alright, wouldn't have crashed if he hadn't been driven. Not drive. Hadn't driven so fast. Alright, so we have finished tonight's lesson of our show. And thank you so much for tuning in. And remember to review the Unit 9D grammar. We have talked about the third conditional. And remember to prepare for the tomorrow's lesson. Brand new lesson at 7:30 p.m. on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. We will learn about 9E reading, A Charmed Life. What is it about? A lucky man. I'll figure out tomorrow night on our show. Sunday show. Goodbye and good night. Voila! Alright. Alright, so see you tomorrow night on the show. Learning lesson where I have put the water. Alright, I put it outside. So just dance without the water. Alright, see you tomorrow night. Brand new lesson. Don't miss out. If you weren't to be there, I'll be angry.